This episode is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, the #1 seller of games and gaming accessories. And GatheringMagic.com, the #1 resource for Magic the Gathering news and articles.
Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Big Nass here with another edition of Avacyn Restored Draft. Getting in my draft during Diablo 3 downtime, obviously. I've been thinking of making just a little rant video about Diablo 3 in general, my thoughts on the game. The quick version is that it's a really awesome game. There's a lot of things I love about it, and there's a few things that really annoy the heck out of me. But I mean, the things that I like far outweigh the things that I don't like. So it's still a fantastic game. Most of my complaints have to do with the insane difficulty of Inferno level. Or Inferno difficulty, or whatever you want to call it. That's a nice, easy first pick. I will continue this Diablo 3 tangent on another time. So let's focus on the draft here. So Bonfire of the Damned, probably one of the best cards you can possibly open in this format. Entreat the Angels might be a little bit better. I'm not sure. But I mean, this is far and away the best card in the pack. I can't imagine taking any common or uncommon over it. Even if there was another rare in the pack, excuse me, I can't imagine taking it over it. And plus, it's worth 18 ticks. So draft paid for. All right, so that's a good start to the deck. Hopefully, I can redeem that last draft. I mean, I lost in the semifinals of the last one, but. That deck was not fun. None of the games were interesting. All right, so what do we got here? I always look at the rare first. Okay, so that seems like a decent finisher, but it's not that great. Let's see what else the pack has for us. Tribal Force Mage Trusted Force Mage, that is to say, is quite good. Soulbond, the Soulbond creatures in general are quite good. Nightshade Paladar is also a decent one. Let's see. Howlgeist is a decent one. There's someone that commented on the last draft that they thought this card was really good. The card is good. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I had one, I would always play it. But I don't like taking expensive cards. I like being on the cheap side. I know that I've said that aggro decks are pretty bad in this format, but you still don't want your deck to be full of 6-drops. You still want cheap cards. The main reason I think that aggro decks aren't that good is that there's a lot of cards with 3 or more toughness that really make attacking with smaller creatures difficult. I'm going to take this Trusted Force Mage here just because green is fairly good color in this format. But as I was saying, if your plan is to attack with a few little creatures, it's really hard. You need a lot of creatures, or you need bigger ones. And so far the decks that I've seen, granted I haven't seen that many, but the ones that I have seen, I just haven't been all that successful. Let's see here. This seems like a high risk card. Definitely not going with that. Let's see what else we got here. Holy Justicar is a good one. I don't want to go crazy with 3 colors though. But we could be red white. We're not necessarily in green. I definitely want to be in red. Obviously we'll still splash this, but I'd rather just stick to 2 colors. And there's no way I'm not playing Bonfire of the Damned. Thunderbolt is decent. I don't know if I want to third pick it here. I'm just gonna take the Holy Justicar. It seems like the best card in the pack for now. Alright, so what do we got here? Falconwrath Exterminator can be really good. It's kind of a crappy top deck, because it just doesn't do anything until it hits them. Defang is kind of a card that we're looking for. It's one of the better removal cards in the set, which is sad. That is for common removal. It's there are definitely some uncommon removal cards that are much better. Goldite Redeemer is pretty good, but just due to the lack of removal in the format, I kind of have to go with the Defang here. So red white, I'm not opposed to drafting that. There's some good synergies with red white humans, so that's something to keep in mind. This pack doesn't seem all that exciting. Call to Serve, Yeah, that's not really playable. Just trying to find a card that's like playable. I don't want to right click that one. Ugh, jeez, these cards all look terrible. I really don't want to take Raging Poltergeist. So I think I'm just going to pick up Searchlight Geist here. It's the best card in the pack. Um, I don't really want to play it. Like, again, like, I hate black. It's just awful. Okay, so Scalding Devil is okay. It's not, I mean, it's not exciting, but again, I kind of want to shy away from black here. And I kind of want to try to cut red, if possible. Commander's Authority doesn't seem very good. Cathedral Sanctifier, I lost to it in the last draft. That doesn't make it good. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to go with the Scalding Devil here. Okay. Spectral Gate Guards, otherwise known as Kami of the Painted Road. I'm not sure what I'm going to take over it. I mean, Aggravate actually seems fine. I've played it before. It was decent. Like, sometimes it doesn't do anything, but other times it can be a blowout. Somber Wall Vigilante, what does this guy do? Well, if we're gonna be like red-white humans, this card is actually playable. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it does trade with much better creatures. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vigilante. Okay, what do we got? What else we got here? Brains! Okay, well... yeah, these cards are all pretty bad. Terrifying Presence is okay, but I'm pretty sure green is not open. Like, we haven't, like, other than the Trusted Force Mage, we haven't seen a single quality green card. Guess I'm just gonna go with the Sanctifier. Like, I'm not happy about it, but I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Alright, well, that's kind of a late Wildwood Geist. I mean, it doesn't seem that great, but it's definitely playable. It's definitely better than most of the other 5-drops in the format. Really not interested in Midnight Duelist. I got a bit of the hiccups here. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with the Wildwood Geist in case like I was completely wrong on my green read, which I could be since we're getting like Timberland Guide and Pathbreaker Worm. I do love me a Crawworm. I remember when Ravnica was the format, was RRG. My theory on the draft format was if a creature type worm, you take it, and that usually worked out. So yeah, I'll go with Pathbreaker Worm. Let's see here. All right, well, all these cards are pretty bad. Dreadwaters is the only one that I could potentially lose to, so I guess I'll take that one away. Let's see. Well, just in case we need playables, let's take up a Raging Poltergeist. I guess this one is slightly more playable. Alright, so let's start hiding some of this chaff here. So we're looking to be like kind of Naya-ish colors. Other than the Defang and Bonfire of the Dam, I'm really not excited about any of these cards. Hey, it's Loot House. I'm just going to do a quick tick check on that. I have no idea what cards are worth online. I only know what Bonfire of the Damned is worth because I just sold some cards and I just noticed it. So, again, I am paying for these drafts myself, so I do need to make sure that I'm taking money cards when I see them. And it doesn't look like it's worth anything, so it's not worth rare drafting. Alright. So we got some options here. Deathwind is a reason to be in black, but that's not a good enough reason, especially since we have Borderland Ranger in the deck. If we end up being like green-white splash Bonfire of the Damned, we're really, really going to want that Borderland Ranger. So that seems like the best card in the pack here for our deck. Could also take Moonlight Geist, but I don't think it's as good as Borderland Ranger, and hopefully green is a little bit more open this pack, so that in pack 3 we at least get something. But I don't know, like there was a couple like decent green cards that tabled there that I didn't really expect to table, so it could just be that nobody's opening green cards. Okay, so Blessing of Nature. Just got to read what this card does. That seems okay. It's not something I want to pay 5 mana for, but if you get to Miracle It, that seems pretty good. What else can we take here? Mad Prophet is a really good one. Again, like I want to be in red. Other options would be like Abundant Growth, which I mean 100% always makes the cut. Riot Ringleader is usually really good as well. Homicidal Seclusion is actually like the only card that I would ever want to play the Loner deck for. I think I'm just gonna go with Mad Prophet here. Again, I would really rather not be in 3 colors. If I have to splash Bonfire of the Damned or if I have to splash Defang, then I'll do what I have to. But I think Mad Prophet is just a lot better than the rest of these cards, so I'm just gonna go with that one. Banishing Stroke. Okay. We are live. Okay, let's just do a quick scan of what else is in the pack. Wandering Wolf, I like that guy a lot. There's a lot of things that combo with it that kind of make it broken. It's kind of like the Invisible Stalker of the deck, or of the format, although nowhere near as scary. But he hits harder without any help. So like, when Invisible Stalker it's bad, it's really bad, but when Wandering Wolf is never like awful. I'm definitely going to take the Banishing Stroke here. So maybe green isn't open after all, who knows. We can take Worst Claw or Worst Claw. It's not fair. it's not the Worst Claw. There are definitely worse claws than him. See, I mean, it's a huge 6 mana guy, but I'm still not entirely sold on green here, and it was super not open pack 1. Fervent Cathar seems pretty good. Voice of the Province is also really good, but again, I don't want too many 6 mana cards. I think I like Fervent Cathar here. I mean, if we're going to be an aggressive deck, which those are the decks that I like to draft, I want lots of guys like that. Okay. So what else we got here? We could do Handwire Lancer, we could do Somberwald Vigilante, or we could do Moonlight Geist. Let's see. I think I'm going to want the Lancer. Just because like the red-white decks, you typically want a bunch of humans, and Moonlight Geist is decent. I mean, it's got evasion, but the Soul Ball mechanic is pretty good. So, and I've played with Moonlight Geist a bunch. I've yet to play with Handwire Lancer, so I kind of want to see how good it is. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, so we have another Fervent Cathar. We could also take a Cloud Shift, but I think we might end up being short on creatures because I might want to just cut green entirely. So I'm going to prioritize creatures over spells here. So let's go ahead with that one. Okay. Angelic Armaments, I mean, in most formats is not very good, but in this format, it's pretty good. Again, it's kind of slow, and like it's probably going to board it out against a deck that has a bunch of Mist Ravens, but generally it's going to be pretty good. It's not like Spear good, but it's still pretty good. There's nothing else really in the pack that's all that exciting. Like Leap of Faith is it's kind of meh. We already have a Scalding Devil. I don't think I want to have my whole deck be 1/1s. So let's pick up the Armaments. Okay. Guise of Fire is playable. Lots of 1 toughness creatures you want to kill, but Zealous Strike is also another good one that, since we're going to be attacking and we're going to be, our opponent is presumably going to be forced to block a lot of the time, This is going to be a really good card for the deck, so I'm gonna go with that one. Okay, so that's a good sign. We're getting a late Moonlight Geist. That's what I like to see. And there's no other really playable card in the pack, so that's an easy decision. Okay, we can pick up a second Zealous Strike, which is probably the maximum number that I would want to play. Could take a Raging Poltergeist, but it's so bad. Alright, well, these cards are all awful, but I guess I'll take the one that's on color, just in case I have to play it. Okay, we can pick up a Curse Break for the sideboard. I think I'm just going to hide green at this point. It's looking like we're going to end up being just straight red-white. Alright, Bladed Bracers, even though we're the human deck, is not something I'm really interested in. It doesn't do enough. Alright, we got another pack. Still need to pick up some more dudes. We're at 10 here. But so far looks fine. You know, we got Most Broken Rare in the set, and Banishing Stroke is always good, even if you have to pay 6 mana for it. Might have to play a Raging Poltergeist. That's fine. We have lots of ways of pushing damage through. Okay, so let's look at these guys. Okay, that seems okay. That seems okay. I think it's going to have to be Righteous Blow, though. I don't think Righteous Blow is that good. Like, it's definitely worse than most people think it is, just because of the large amount of 3 or more toughness creatures. Like, I remember at the pre-release I had a Righteous Blow and Pillar of Flame, and they're both trapped in my hand. I couldn't do anything with them. So that's going to happen from time to time. But it's still a good card. Like, despite all that, like, there's still a lot of situations where you're gonna want to take it. And we do have we do have the first strike guy, so it's going to interact pretty well with that. So yeah, I'm going to go with the Righteous Blow. Hopefully we get to table something playable. I'm not holding my breath, but any red or white card that isn't completely awful, I would love to table. Okay, Margaret Thatcher's Revolt. I don't know if we have the deck for that. And Lightning Mauler also seems pretty good. We got a couple good blue cards in this pack. Lone Revenant is decent. Just as a 5 mana like hexproof guy, it's pretty good. And Fettergeist is also another really good one. It's hard to attack through that one. All right, Mid-Vast Protector. Hopefully at some point I get to pick up some of those, but I think for now I'm going to take Lightning Mauler, Midnight Mauler. Yeah, just because it forces our opponent to play more defensively than he would like, because at any point we can just play hasty dude. So, all right, let's go with that. Okay, some more really good blue cards. It pains me to pass Mistraven. I just hate it. Hate it. It's definitely my favorite common in the set. I mean, I do love me a Man of War. Wow, this pack is just stacked with blue cards. Look at this. We have Mistraven. Oh crap! My finger twitched, and I just missed taking a Thunderbolt. That sucked. Okay, moving on. Rider Ruins cost 7 mana, so that's probably unplayable. Yeah, it's definitely unplayable. Angel's Tomb. That actually seems good. We're going to want to pick up a couple more creatures for that. But this card is a beating. I've definitely lost to it. So let's go ahead and grab that one. Okay. So do we take Margaret Thatcher's Revolt or Moonlight Geist? If I had the guy that pumped all your humans, I would definitely go with the Thatcher Revolt. But I mean, for now, I think I need to take Moonlight Geist. Okay, I'm not interested in Castle since I plan to be attacking. The rest of these cards are just poo. think I'm going to hate draft the shield mate just because it's kind of annoying. I mean, the rest of these cards I can't really see myself losing to. So I'm just going to take that one away from someone. Okay. Guess we can pick up another Raging Poltergeist. Alright, not really interested in Midnight Duelist again. Angelic Wall is actually can be a sweet card, but not for this deck. Probably just going to take Aggravate here. It seems like it'll be pretty good in this deck. Oh, there's a Midvast Protector. That's kind of, I was hoping to table one of these. Yeah, it helps our creatures get through, so I like that guy. Alright. Well, this is a pack full of nothing. So, guess we'll just take away a good card. Just in case I want to cut one of these cards, I'm going to pick up the Scrapper. Sure, rare draft. Banners Raised, not playable. Angel's Mercy, playable like 1% of the time. Alright, this deck, I mean, like, I just hope to draw Bonfire of the Damned. Not in my opening hand ever, obviously, but hopefully we can hallelujah our way through this. And we'll see you guys in just a second here. Alright, so this is what we're going to be submitting. We have pretty much exactly the right number of playables here, so it wasn't like deck building was all that difficult. Cathedral Sanctifier, we might board that in against another aggressive deck, but it's not a card I want to start. And we have some okay, excuse me, we have some okay sideboard cards like Curse Break, Angel's Mercy, if it's such a thing as like a deck with a bunch of burn spells. I would love to have a Thunderbolt in here, but you know, twitchy fingers and all that. Other than that, we could play an Uncanny Speed, but it's, yeah, I don't really want to. I don't want to have like too many spells. Like I'd much rather just have a Zealous Strike. So yeah, not much else to say. Deck seems fine. I'm not super excited. I just want to draw Bonfire of the Damned every game, obviously. But it should be aggressive enough, and it should have enough like falter effects to get through the 2/4s. So we'll submit this, and we'll see you guys in round 1. Peace.